here we are looking at the Rome DOD Degenerati. To give you a quick summary, this is just like, you know, like a lot of Rome bindings over the years. It just, you know, kind of a full-size disc, kind of big base plate, kind of heavy, especially compared to the new generation of Rome bindings. I remember, God, what was the binding? It's not light like the new generation. Yeah. And, you know, while it's not a bad binding, it was probably our least favorite of all three.
Yeah, I will say it has a good toe strap, but
I didn't like it. Better than this one.
Better than that one, yeah.
But this, like, I hope to see this on all Rome toe straps. But let's get into the flex here. You know, good twist. And I love that you can rotate the high back. But if you don't, you should rotate the high back. But if you don't, it's going to have good twist here. In terms of adjustability, they do a really good job. Just, you know, just the fact that you can rotate the high back's good. Very easy forward lean adjustability here. And, you know, it doesn't have this cool thing here like the Black Label does. And the Katana, really easy to adjust on the fly. And you can slide this, you know, this up and back according to where you want the gas pedal, because that's the most important part. There's shock absorption further back. So that's what I did. I just slid it all the way in.
All the way.
Yep, all the way. As far as I could go. And you can see the little screw here where there used to be 2 plates on the old 390s and such. Yeah. And the old Targas. And it was a nightmare. So, you know, the adjustability is pretty good. You can center this, you can center your boot up pretty well in this binding. And then you can center it on the board pretty well too. And then you can slide it backwards towards the tip and tail very well if you can do that. So the stance with adjustability is very good. Now, the ratchet system, let's see what this does here. Pretty smooth. You know, maybe that one crux is the glitchy one.
Yeah.
You know, demos are demos. People fuck shit up at the demos way more than the average rider would after, you know, sometimes there's like 15 days on a demo binding. It's more fucked up than it would be if you owned it for 50.
Right.
You know, the ratchets are smooth enough. Definitely on the good side. The boot support now, for me, see where I put this? I put it all the way down because this kept stretching on me. So this top is firm. It's a really hard plastic.
Yeah.
And then the bottom's all soft rubber. So it just kept kind of stretching away from me. I didn't know how to really get this dialed on. I had to crank it all the way as far as it could go. And I still felt like it was stretching, you know? So that... I really like this. I just wish every binding in Rome's line had this one because it just felt like it always fit on the boot right. I know some people really like the stretchy rubber like you did. Like you like this better than this one, right?
Yeah. Oh, definitely, yeah.
But you like this the best.
Definitely.
I like this the best. And yeah, I was kind of tied between these two. I really wasn't stoked on either one. Yeah. And same with the ankle strap. As you can see, they kind of share the same ankle strap. You know, are very close to it.
Material.
Yeah. And that EVA foam is fine. It's not too uncomfortable for being so big. So it's not a big deal, but it's, you know, it is what it is. But there's good boot support. Comfort. I thought it was comfortable. I really didn't feel like it was uncomfortable in any way. I mean, the ankle strap, we just didn't like the feel of it, but it wasn't uncomfortable.
No.
Would you say that? I wouldn't say that at all.
I concur with that.
And that's the big thing with a binding is the ankle strap seems to be the major problem creator. You know, if you have a shitty ankle strap, you're going to have an uncomfortable
hot
time.
spots and pressure points and
yeah, this is comfortable. I just didn't quite like it as much as the Cruxes.
Too dull, too damp.
Yeah, and
it wasn't lively.
Yeah, the Crux felt like lighter, who knows if it was.
Yeah.
It might not be lighter, but
Snow.
it felt that way.
Yeah.
And then it wrapped around the ankle really well, and felt like it just had a better feel. But both were comfortable. And turn initiation, this is a good turner. And it was fine turning any board. It had more response than you would think for what you saw.
Sorry.
No, I'm there with you. It's just contagious, you know? It's like catching a cold.
Yeah.
Not getting yawn.
Yeah.
But then buttering. This was the least buttery.
Definitely.
Next, this was more buttery than this one. I think it's just the base plate just seems to have...
There's so much material. You feel so disconnected from the snowboard, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And this has so much more connection.
Yeah.
And then even more here.
Right.
And I felt like this just felt like an older school binding.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's dead, you've got really good edge to edge response, but not much butterability. And the shock absorption I thought was good. I mean, these are pretty damp
There's a
bindings.
lot, yeah.
And this base plate, as much as we don't like the weight, really absorbs
Yeah, if you don't
shatter.
care about weight, yeah.
You can go canted
Yeah.
and flat. So you get 2 foot beds. Each one comes with a screw, and you can get 2.5 cant and a 0 cant. Some joints like cants, some joints don't. So at least you've got that option here, because it's cool. Because some bindings just come canted, and they're like, deal with it. Yeah.
Yeah. It would definitely work.
That
Wow.
is the DOD Degenerati. And
Good finish here.
have a good night.